comes easily, it's true, and love that comes quickly, 'cause love you quickly lose. Thank you all so much.
Hey guys, thanks for playing it with Nickel this afternoon.
Thank you.
Scott, would you like to introduce the band?
Yeah, we are Chemic. We're from Louisville, Kentucky. My name is Scott Kirkpatrick. This is Shane St. Clair. He plays keys and does a bunch of other stuff on our records. And then this is John Moore. He plays drums.
Okay. Would one of you guys like to comment on the genesis or beginnings of the group, how you got started?
Well, it originally kind of started as an attempt for me to record a solo record.
Okay.
This is a while back, and I was doing it with my buddy Keith, and we were recording in his bedroom, and things just was like, well, we want to do more than just like an acoustic record, so he's like, well, I know these three guys are musicians, so we had them come over. One of those was Shane, and Shane came in and just knocked out a bunch of tracks in one night, and I was just blown away by how cool he was and how good he was, and we all ended up being like really great friends, and kind of started. It was like, you know, this isn't a solo project anymore. This is becoming a band, and just making friends out of it. And then I realized that I could never play these songs by myself anymore. So that's kind of how it started. And then we added John about 1.5 years ago, after we some other guys moved away and stuff like that, and started doing other projects. So it just was Shane and I, and then we added John back in February, I think, of 07? No.
Hey, wait.
It was 08, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so that's what we've been just kind of hammering it out ever since.
I understood the Louisville's for Lovers compilation was like the first big break that you had as far as something major. Could you tell me just a little bit about that?
Yeah, it was every year there's a guy in Louisville who puts out a compilation called Louisville's for Lovers. It's a compilation of tracks from bands in Louisville that it's supposed to be love songs that comes out on Valentine's Day every year.
Oh.
And the reason it's kind of a big deal is that bands like My Morning Jacket and Will Oldham or Bonnie Prince Billy or Wax Fang or Dave Pajo, who's in Slint, they all kind of have contributed over time, and so it was a chance. Like the first one we were on, I don't think those guys were on, but it's like, you know, the second one we were on, they were, and you know, we get to kind of be paired up with, you know, much bigger national bands, and it's something that's looked forward to every year. They're all handmade, and it's all really cool. So we were a part of that a couple years in a row, and that was before our first record came out. So that was kind of a nice introduction into the scene for us.
Okay. And the record that you're working right now called Fever on the Forest Floor, which we're selling here at Wood Nickel. You want to tell me about how that came about?
We recorded that ourselves with our buddy Keith, and then we're recording the new record ourselves. I did write all the songs. It was kind of like a solo project, but now it's much more of a band thing where I might write a skeleton to a song or come up with, you know, kind of the basic harmony or something like that, or melody, and Shane and John add a whole lot to it.
Rhythm, color, and texture, dynamics.
We've been working on these songs, playing them out for the last year, and they've kind of evolved. And we've gotten to a place where we feel good about where they're at. So we're tracking right now kind of as they are,
Uh-huh.
and we're about 50% done with the tracking process.
Excellent. Excellent.
And it's still really evolving kind of in the studio, kind of new parts being written, and it's recording yourself is a really fun and intuitive process, so we're thoroughly enjoying it.
Yeah, for sure.
And when do you expect the second album to be completed? Or shouldn't I ask that question
No,
quite yet? Is that
you
premature?
should. We should have an answer for that.
Okay.
No, we would like to have it done as soon as possible. We'd like to have it done before we're going to go out on tour again at the end of summer. We're really hoping to have it tracked by then. As far as when it comes out and who it comes out with and what that whole process is, that's a whole nother beast that we don't really have a grasp on yet. But we've got a lot of good things going for us, and we've got a lot of cool things happening this summer. Like we're playing Forecastle Festival in Louisville, which is going to be pretty big, and another festival in Cincinnati called Midpoint Music Festival. So we're staying busy and going back out on tour. So we'll probably try and tackle that after we get back on tour this fall.
Okay. And John, I understand that you're playing Bonnaroo this year. I just heard that. What's that all about?
Well, aside from Chemic, I also play with another artist named Ben Solee. He's a cellist out of Lexington, Kentucky.
Wow.
And this is his second year playing Bonnaroo, and he asked me to come along. So
All right. That's going to be an interesting experience, I'll bet, because that's a huge festival.
Yeah,
One of the biggest in the country.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, that'll be great. One last question before I let you go. If anyone wants to look up Chemic on the internet, what's the best way to do that to find out more about you guys?
Probably on our MySpace page, which would just be myspace.com/ChemicTheBand.
Okay.
Or you can search Chemic in the MySpace music. That's the only real website we use, just because none of us are real tech guys, so we don't really have a whole lot of money to pay people to build a website for us. So if anybody wants to, let us know.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's the one we mainly use. We got some songs up on there, and we try and keep that updated all the time. So it's got all our tour dates and everything on it too. So.
All right. Well, excellent. Well, once again, thank you guys very much for coming on out and
Thank
playing
you.
Wood and Nickel today, and good luck with everything in the future.
Thank you. Thank you so much.